Hello, good day everyone. My name is Chian Ong. I am taking Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, fourth year, and I will be presenting agroecological practices in water conservation. First, we will talk about the water on Earth. Water covers about 71% of Earth's surface. A total of 326 million cubic miles of water on the planet. 97% of the Earth's water is found in the ocean. Too salty for drinking, growing crops, and most industrial uses except cooling. 320 million cubic miles of water in the oceans, the salty. 3% of Earth's water is fresh. 2.5% of Earth's fresh water is unavailable because it's either locked up in glaciers, polar ice caps, atmosphere, and soils, highly polluted, or lies too far underneath the Earth's surface to be extracted. 0.5% of Earth's water is available fresh water. If the world water supply were only 100 liters, 26 gallons, our usually water supply of fresh water would be only about 0.003 liter or 1/2 teaspoon. Next, we'll talk about the water scarcity. There are two general types of water scarcity. The first is the physical and economic. Physical or absolute water scarcity is the result of a region's demand outspacing the limited water resources found there. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization of FAO of the United Nations, around 1.2 billion of people live in areas of physical scarcity. Many of these people live in arid or semi-arid regions. We will talk about one of the two general types of water scarcity, the physical water scarcity. Physical water scarcity can be seasonal. An estimated 2/3 of the world population live in areas subjected to two seasonal water scarcity, at least 1 month of the year. The number of people affected by physical water scarcity is expected to grow as population increase and as weather patterns become more unpredictable and extreme. Next is the economic water scarcity. Economic water scarcity is due to lack of water infrastructure in general or to the poor management of water resources where infrastructure is in place. The FAO estimates that more than 1.6 billion people face economic water shortage. In areas with economic water scarcity, there usually is sufficient water to meet human and environmental needs. But access is limited, mismanagement, or underdeveloped may mean that accessible water is polluted or unsanitary for human consumption. So, with that thing discussed, with that reason, water availability is limited and water scarcity. There is no reason that we don't conserve water, right? So let's talk about water conservation. What is water conservation? Water conservation is a practice in which people, companies, and governments attempt to reduce their water usage. So why we conserve water? Water is essential to life on Earth. We need water to grow food, keep clean, provide water, control fire, and last but not the least, we need it to stay alive. If water is constantly being cleaned and recycled through the Earth's water cycle, why do we need to conserve it? The answer is that people use up our planet's fresh water faster than it can naturally be replenished. Conserving water. Conserving water is important because it keeps water clean while protecting the environment. Conserving water means using water supply wisely and responsible. As every individual depends on water for livelihood, we must learn how to keep our limited supply of water pure away from pollution. Conserving water, one of the agroecological practices that we can use is the biofilter. Biofilter. Filtration is one of the most important treatment processes used in water and wastewater treatment. In water treatment, it is used to purify the surface water for potable use, whereas in wastewater treatment, the main purpose of filtration is to produce effluent and high quality so that it can be reused for various purposes. Biofilter has been successfully used for air, water, and wastewater treatment. It was first introduced in England in 1893 as a trickling filter in wastewater treatment. And since then, it has been successfully used for the treatment of domestic and industrial wastewater. Innovations in the biofiltration process can provide effective solutions to overcome crucial water pollution problem. Gray water from household bathrooms, shower and sinks, and laundry rooms in the countryside is waste because it is contaminated by cleaning products. The biofilter is available to decontaminate this water and make it useful for watering plants and trees. With the biofilter, you can reuse the water that left from when you wash dishes or clothes. The water that you shower with doesn't get waste either because you recycle it to water the plants and the garden. The water goes through a filtration process and comes out clean. It doesn't smell bad anymore, and it comes out clear with no soap or dirtiness. With the water from the biofilter, you can water the plants or use it again to wash the dishes and clothes. It's a big help during the dry season, especially in the urban areas where water is limited. When it comes to summer season, just like in Manila, they are experiencing water scarcity because of the critical level in the dam or water reservoir. Biofilter can also used in drinking water, especially in areas where clean water is not available for consuming. Next is we have drip irrigation, also known as trickle irrigation and micro irrigation. To apply sufficient moisture to the root of the crops, prevent water stress. A major difference between drip irrigation and most other systems is that the balance between crop evapotranspiration and applied water. What is drip irrigation? In this system, water is delivered directly to the soil near the roots of the plant through a special outlet device called an emitter or dripper. Water is supplied drip by drip at very slow rate at 2 to 10 liters per hour. The water applied near the root zone spread laterally as well as vertically due to capillary action in the soil. Why is the need of it? Need of drip irrigation. To use water efficiently, no water to run off or evaporation. It reduces water contact with crop leaves, stems, and fruits. Agricultural chemicals can be applied more efficiently. Drip irrigation is useful for crops, fruit crops, banana, pomegranate, grapes, citrus, pineapple, watermelon, and mango, and etc. Vegetable crops: cabbage, cauliflower, potato, chili, radish, capsicum, beans, baby corn, carrots, cucumber, and etc. Commercial crops: cotton. Main components of drip irrigation: water source, pumping system, distribution system, drip tape, injectors, filtration system. In this picture, you can see sample layout of drip irrigation. Water source. Commonly, water source for drip irrigation are surface water groundwater, and portable water. Use the water source that will provide the largest amount of water of greatest quality and lowest cost. Advantage of drip irrigation. Maximum of use of available water. No water being available to weeds. Maximum crop yield. High efficiency in the use of fertilizer. Low labor and relatively low operation cost. No soil erosion. No runoff of fertilizer into the groundwater. Less evaporation, loss of water as compared to the surface irrigation. Improved seed germination. Applications. Drip irrigation is used by farms, commercial greenhouses, and residential greenhouse. For cultivating in roof gardens, in shopping malls and embankments, in steep slopes. Conclusion. Drip irrigation is a latest subsurface method of irrigating water with higher water demands in arid regions. It may not be applicable to all farms, yet when properly designed, installed, and managed, drip irrigation may achieve water conservation by reducing evaporation and deep drainage when compared to other types of irrigation such as flood or overhead sprinklers, since water can be more precisely applied to the plant roots. In addition, drip can eliminate many diseases that are spread through the water contact with the foliage. And that's all. Thank you for listening, if you did listen.